you don't want it bad enough. And I'm going to start getting a little bit more blunt, a little bit more brutal, because sometimes tough love is exactly what we need, exactly what we need to hear. And whether you want to like me or not, it's going to push you toward actually getting into the habit of turning into the human being that you are meant to be. So my passion for even getting on these lives and talking to all of you all over the globe, and I don't even know you, is to actually see you make a shift in your life. Like, there's just something about me wanting to help people, and actually, like, they hit me up 6 months later and say, you know what, Ciana, I actually decided to do what you said. Something about the way you said it just hit my spirit, and I actually lost the weight, or I got a new job, or I started the business, right? And I'm in it with you guys. So that's why, like, I might be just like 2 steps ahead of a couple of you guys, but I'm right here with you. So this is the thing. People that I love and I'm super close to in real life, I am straight up with them because I really love them and I really want them to actually get the results. And I say it with kindness, but I am very stern and I am very direct. And I know that when I go on these lives, I'm a little bit more like corporate-y, right? I did, and I'll go into detail about that. I literally, right when I posted that video, I got monetized. So I was like, God's timing is hilarious. I was like, people are going to see ads on this video and be like, wait, why is there ads on her video? But then she said she's not monetized. So I will touch on that if you guys want me to go into more detail about that. But I just want to get in a quick word about being brutally honest with you about your weight. Here's the thing. I'm super tired. You can tell in my eyes. I'm super tired. I have been spending time with my niece and my nephew. I am in Northern California right now, and I'm spending time with my brother and his children and his family and having a beautiful time. But a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, I mean, it's a lot. Like, they don't want to sleep. They don't want to take naps. They want you to pick them up. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The tiredness is like nothing compared to just the love and the beauty of hanging out with my niece and my nephew. But right now, as you can see, it's raining. You can tell it's raining. Let me actually turn this around. So it's raining right now. Okay, it's chilly outside. It's raining. I'm super tired. I have work to do, right? And I'm still at the gym. Like, I'm sitting in the car right now, about to go into the gym, okay, as soon as I talk to you guys. And I just was like, this is what I'm talking about when you either really want it or you don't. You really want it or you don't. And there's some goals that I have fitness-wise and nutrition-wise that I have set for myself come December 31st. If you've been following me for a while, we've been going live every single day. Pretty much every single day. I think I missed maybe 1 or 2 days out of like the last 30 days. We've been going live and discussing what we're doing for our health and our fitness and holding each other accountable. Okay. And I just was like, I really don't want to go to the gym. Like, I just don't. I don't. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just walk around my brother's neighborhood. And I can't do that because it's raining outside. So I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Most people would just be like, forget it. Like, it's fine. I'm just going to skip today, right? And if I skip today, would it really be like that big of a game changer? No. However, okay, it's almost like it separates, and I'm not saying I'm anywhere near an Olympic athlete, but it's kind of like what separates people that start to go into the realm of being someone that is top tier and going on to being an Olympian, right? An Olympic gold medalist. And then people that just stay average. And I just was like, I'm tired. I'd rather just stay bundled up with my nieces and nephews. But I have 40 minutes to get in a good workout and then continue to spend time with my nieces and nephews. And I strategically tried to go when they were taking a nap. And then my niece like ended up waking up. But I was like, let me plan it to where when they're taking a nap, right? And I was like, this moment, like this small moment is exactly what I'm talking about, what sets people apart from like actually hitting the goal. And I was like, this is perfect to get on in the moment and talk about it. Cause let's be honest, you've probably been lazy. Let's be honest, you probably just said, F it. It's cold outside. It's raining. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. I'm not going to go to the gym. And then it kind of like goes into, okay, well, I'm going to take today off. And then, okay, well, I'll take tomorrow off too. And then, you know what? Let me just start on Monday. Okay, you know what? Let me start at the beginning of December. You know, is it really going to be that big of a deal? And then all of a sudden you gained 5 pounds going into December, right? So these moments where you're fatigued, where you're feeling lazy, where you're feeling like you just don't feel like it. That's when you need to press in even harder. If you actually want it. Some of you guys haven't hit rock bottom yet to actually go for it. Like I gained 30 pounds 8 years ago, more so like 9 years ago at this point, and I've never gained it back. And here's the thing, and I want to be very vulnerable with you guys and very upfront. So my grandma and my mom were both like always like voluptuous women, but they were smaller obviously when they were teenagers and when they were in their early 20s. And then once they hit, it's like, it seems like this is like the sweet spot for most women. Once they hit like the late 20s and going into the 30s, they gained a bunch of weight, right? And there's different reasons, you know, nutrition, having young babies, stress of life, hormonal changes, like all that stuff, right? And so the same thing happened to me. I was in my late 20s, headed for my 30s, and I was like, so this is it. Like my grandma did it and gained, you know, became obese. My mom did it, became obese, and my mom is on a beautiful health journey now. She's super healthy in her 60s, but then she was not healthy. And I was like, here we go. I'm gonna, like, I gained the 30 pounds. I guess it's just genetics, right? And I looked into it. I did research, and I was like, okay, if this really is genetics, let me go ahead and just accept it, right? Like if it's just, people always say, well, it's just your genetics. We're big bone in my family. And I looked it up, and it wasn't about genetics. And especially our people, okay, Black and brown people, we kind of use that as an excuse, and it has to stop. And I'm saying this with love as an older sister figure, your virtual auntie, your virtual cousin. Like the excuses about it's just genetics, it runs in my family, same thing. My grandma became obese, my mom became obese, and then boom, I had gained 30 pounds, and I was like 2 cheeseburgers away from technically being considered obese. Even though like the weight fell nicely, I guess you could say, on my body, but like I was headed down that direction, and I was like, great, by the time I'm 40, I'm going to be 50 pounds overweight, right? And then I just was like, let me do the research. So I looked into it, and it had zero to do with genetics. Now, where I gained my weight was very genetic, right? Like the love handles, my grandma and my mom, we all had the same love handles, and we all gained it in our midsection, okay? Like right here around the belly button. I was like, that is so crazy. Literally, like, because I would have to see my grandmother with no clothes on a lot because I was her caregiver. So I'm like, how, like, where you gain fat is exactly where I gain fat. Like, that is crazy. Genetics are wild, but gaining the weight wasn't genetic. It was like the way we gained weight. The way I gained weight was similar to how my mom and my grandma gained weight, right? So I lost the weight, and I never gained it back. And it's like, how many of us on here, including men, if you're on here too, and it's something that's on your heart, and you want to, if it's on your heart and you want to lose the weight, I mean, this is definitely more of a woman thing, what I'm referring to with like the hormones and things like that, but men go through this too. And it's time for us to stop blaming the genetics. It's time for us to stop blaming being lazy. It's time for us to stop us blaming stress. Like, just do what you have to do. And again, if you're not ready and willing to do that, you might not have hit rock bottom enough. And I know when I gained that extra 30 pounds, I hit rock bottom. Like my confidence was down. I was like, am I just going to be just like my mom and my grandma, where we're Okay, you know, my grandma, she had thyroid issues. Thank God my mom, she got in front of her weight, and she doesn't take any medication in her 60s. But like, that's where my mom was heading, and that's where I was heading, right? And so sometimes we think, oh, well, it's just genetics, but it's not really genetics. It's that I was starting to do the same habits as my mom and my grandma. Okay. So I just was like, I have a gym, I have access to the internet, I have no excuse. If I just don't lose this weight in my late 20s, I will end up being someone that has to take medication by the time I'm in my 50s and 60s. And I just was like, if this is not a guarantee, like if I have some control over this, I'm going to take advantage of it. So that's what I did. And I never gained it back. And now here I am. Like, I'm 137 pounds. I'm 5'7". I am, I feel super healthy, you know, like there's always something you could do to get better and hit your metrics and hit your blood work and all that stuff better. But I'm a very healthy woman at my age, and I have so much energy. I just feel like I feel light in my body, if that makes sense, right? Like I feel like I have like a lot of natural like radiance and vibrance just pumping through my body because I have a really good relationship with food. I have a good relationship with moving my body. So again, it's raining outside. You can see the raindrops. The sun's starting to kind of peek out, but it's raining outside. It's chilly. I'm super tired. My niece and nephew have definitely zapped my energy, and I love it. They can take all my energy, but I'm like, no, get up, get up. So you guys know I rarely drink like just full on coffee, but I did get a coffee. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So I am drinking a coffee, and it's just black coffee with coconut milk. Okay. And you know, do what you got to do. And I'm going to try to burn at least like maybe 300 to 400 calories. I'm still eating healthy while I'm out here. I'm not going to overindulge and splurge. It's my nephew's birthday, so we are going to have a pizza party on Friday. I'll enjoy that, but I don't need to have a pizza party every night up until the pizza party, right? Like I'm just going to enjoy on that day. So I hope that makes sense. Let me see what you all are talking about. And thanks for tapping in. I'm super excited to just be on this journey with you all. For those of you who've been tapped in, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a certified nutritionist. I just have been an adult for 20 years. I've been a legal adult for 20 years. I've been a legal adult woman specifically for 20 years. And I've done a lot of trial and error, and I'm sharing my journey. And what I love about sharing is that you guys also teach me as well different things that work. So I'm just being brutally honest. You may not want it bad enough, and you may have to gain 20 more pounds to finally hit rock bottom to be like, okay, I need to lose the weight. We're all on a different path, but I know that when I finally hit the rock bottom with the extra 30 pounds and not feeling comfortable in my skin, not feeling like I didn't even want to look people in the eye. Like, has anyone ever gone through that? Like, you gained weight and you don't feel confident about your body anymore, and then like I didn't even want to look people in the eye because I feel like I would see them kind of scanning me, and then it would make me feel insecure, right? So there's just a lot that goes with it, and I'm just being very honest. These are conversations that women talk about in private groups, and I'm just flat out telling you what we go through. And so maybe some of you guys haven't hit that yet, and I hope that you don't have to hit gaining an extra 15 pounds to then try to lose the 50, where you can just lose the 35 now and not have to go deeper to then try to dig yourself out, right? So that's what I wanted to drive home. This is where I'm doing a whole brutally honest series up until the end of the year. I feel like called to do that. So this will be part 6, I believe. And, you know, I want to know what you guys think about this, because around this time of year, most people are gaining weight. We're getting anxiety about, you know, eating too much. We're going for seconds and thirds at these different family gatherings over food. And then we're saying, well, we just want to live. But then are we really living when we then are subconscious about our weight gain? You know what I'm saying? So let me know. It really helps me when you like the video, and it helps me when you like the video because it's almost like a virtual nod. All right. Yeah, I do have like super, I do have super wild. And it's like, it's every day. You guys are actually literally seeing me in the flesh, in the moment, practicing dealing with trolls. So I'm happy you're along for the ride. But each day, it's almost like my tolerance just like gets higher and higher and higher. So it is what it is. On days you don't want to go to the gym, you ever play tennis or racquetball? I actually have a tennis racket and a ball and a tennis ball. I don't really have anyone to actually play with, but I do want to just start to like hit it up against a wall. And one of the gyms I go to has like a wall where you can just like hit the ball up. I don't think it's really called, not like wall ball, because that's more with your hands. You don't need a racket, but yeah, like doing an activity like that would be really fun. And if I had like a partner to do that with, I think I would actually really love taking up tennis. Let's see. I ain't never needed a trainer. Hey, get it. Get it, get it, get it. All right, let's see what y'all are saying. Jesus ain't blessing no fried chicken and pizza. Yeah, he's only blessing the mammon. That's it. No, I'm kidding. You know, we have free will, but it's like, come on, like the overindulging, the gluttony of it. We gotta just look in the mirror and just admit, like, okay, I gotta chill on the bagels, I gotta chill on the croissants, I gotta chill on the donuts, I gotta chill on the cookies, I gotta chill on the snacking. Snacking is, I feel like, the most underrated things that adults do not consider. It's like we almost think like just because we took a couple of bites that it doesn't count, but then we took a couple of bites 12 times throughout the day, and then we end up eating an extra 500 calories in between our meals. So like eliminating snacking has been amazing for me. I was a huge snacker and I just wasn't understanding. I'm like, why am I staying stagnant? Because I wouldn't think that like a couple of almonds here, a couple of sunflower nuts here, you know, having healthier chips, right? The baked sweet potato chips. Those are crap, you guys. Like I make your own, but like all that stuff, it depends on your level of goals, but like the processed fake snacks, my stomach's actually going to start growling. So, because I had food at 10 and then now it's going on 3 o'clock. So it's been 5 hours. So my stomach's starting to growl, but because I haven't snacked, usually, especially when I'm at my brother's house, I would have, and my brother's wife brought these amazing donuts and I was hovering and helicoptering those donuts. Oh my gosh, let me show you. I actually posted my niece on my story on my Instagram. I mean, this is what I was having a battle right here. This is what I was having a battle. Oh, hold on. Right here. This adorable, beautiful face and that donut. And I just was like, oh my gosh. But it's not like I'll never have a donut again. I've had a million donuts in my life. I'm on a journey to body recomposition. I'm doing temporary delayed gratification for a future permanent result. I will have several donuts again in the rest of my life, but right now in this particular season, I'm going to skip out on the donut, right? Like, and it's not a big deal. And I think sometimes people will be like, well, I'm not living. I feel like that's not living. And it's like, well, no, I'm not going to be living it if I keep not hitting my personal goals, right? Just because, like, am I going to let a donut rule my life? So I know that seems probably extra, but like, yes, I could have had the donut. Yes, I could have not worked out today. And yes, I could have snacked all day. Would it really have ruined my entire results? No. But then guess what? Because I ruined it today. Oh, well, I'm out of town. Let me just take the whole time off. And then I would have went back home and been like starting deeper in the hole. So let me do a 40-minute workout. Let me say no to the donut from my beautiful, adorable niece. And let me not snack all day. You know what I'm saying? Like those are 3 small choices that are going to have a bigger impact because it's going to compound on top of each other. Okay? Like if I want muscle and muscle definition to continue to kind of pop through, and just kind of like all this work that I've done to do weight training, if I want the muscle to kind of pop through, and that I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying these are just my personal goals because it's just fun, right? For me. But I can't get to them if those tiny decisions keep adding up. You know, I keep not just having the self-control. Let me also make sure to like the video so I know you guys are, you know, vibing with me. And if you're not, you know, let me know in the comments too. I'm open to that. You don't need to hit rock bottom. Sure, it might motivate you, but if you see the results of the hard work, it becomes positive feedback, a positive feedback loop. Yep, absolutely. I totally agree with that. Yep, coconut milk. I love coconut milk. I love coconut milk and almond milk. I've been making my own almond milk. By the way, I really feel like, Ciana Singh, bling bling. I really feel like, I truly feel like this. I don't know, because this is anecdotal. So this is completely transparent. It's not like I did it, like I went in and did a test with the doctor and then did another test and determined that this is the result of what I'm about to say. But I really feel like I've been losing the last couple of pounds the last few weeks because I stopped drinking regular store-bought almond milk, because the almond milk has a lot of like that palm oil in it, and I don't think my body does well with that palm oil and the canola oil, like the bad oils. And I don't know, but I just feel better, and I've been like losing the last few really difficult pounds. Like, you know, when you're super close to your goals and it's like that 7 pounds is just like the most annoying 7 pounds to get rid of. It's like you just have to really go that extra mile. I feel like taking almond milk has really, really, really kind of bumped me to the next level. So I've been making my own milk, and I have a milk maker that I got, and I love it. I have anything that I use, a lot of the stuff that I usually use and I talk about is on my Amazon store. Full transparency, of course, if you guys ever get anything from my Amazon store, I definitely get a commission. But if anything, you can use those stores that I have, because I have like 7 different stores. Like one's a grocery list, one's my fitness stuff, and you can use them as like a list. Like if you just need like a list idea, you can go to my Amazon stores and just screenshot it and use it as lists and for yourself. All right. I feel like I could just fall asleep right now, but that's okay. Your tolerance is higher and higher. Yep. Okay. Oh, squash. I've never heard of that. So wall tennis is called squash. Okay. Good to know. See, that's why I love going live. I learn something new every day. Thanksgiving is around the corner. The time when everyone gains weight. Absolutely, Kevin. This is why, if you're finding me for the first time, we are like linking arms together, and we're not going to do it. We are not going to do that this year. Like, let it be a promise to yourself that you're just going to maintain exactly where you're at till December 31st. You don't necessarily have to lose weight, but like, just try to maintain, like, just try not to gain anything. So if you go hard on Thanksgiving, so I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and maybe this might help some of you, and also let me know what you guys are doing, because I might get some ideas from you guys as well. So I want to enjoy myself. Like, I don't want to do a restriction or not have any bread that day. And so, or, you know, any of the amazing rolls that get baked that day. And, you know, the potato salad and I don't have the turkey, unfortunately, but because I am mainly plant-based. But I'm going to be going hard that week up until Thanksgiving. And then afterwards, I'm going to be doing heavy weight training, like heavy leg day, and just basically heavy full body weight training, and using the fuel. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm cheating, right? It's fuel. I'm fueling up on Thanksgiving Day, and I'm going to pump it into the weight training so that way I can, you know, gain some muscle. And then I will be doing HIIT cardio to like burn off some of the extra calories, but like, it's intentional. So I'm going to enjoy myself, not be restricted, and then use it to use it as like a bulking, I guess you could say, like a miniature bulk to put into my weight training. All right. But then I'm not going to continue to have the Thanksgiving leftovers for the rest of the week. Like once Thanksgiving's done, that's it. Like I'm not going to then go hard on Friday, go hard on Saturday, go hard on Sunday, go hard on Monday for, you know, for all the Cyber Monday sales, like, and just eat and order stuff online all day. I'm not doing that. So where I have done that, I've done that. Like Thanksgiving, I'm like, oh, you mean Thanksgiving weekend? Like, you know, so I'm not doing that. No, you're not, you didn't just turn 18. Let's be honest. I love that you want to be a moderator. I really like think it's very kind and sweet that you want to be a moderator, but I'm being fully honest, I'm a little, I'm proceeding with caution because you said you were 12 and then you said you were 17 and now you're saying you're 18. So I can't, something just seems off. I'm just being honest, sweetheart. Okay. Finally got monetized. Yes, I did. So I finally got monetized. It was so funny because I actually posted a video that said, I've been posting for 5 years and am still not monetized. And then pretty much when I posted it, I got monetized. So, God's timing is hilarious with that. Ooh, okay, so I have about 10 more minutes and I want to make sure I use the caffeine to go in here and get in this workout. You guys, I could literally fall asleep right here. I am so tired. And it's like, what motivates me to not have excuses on days like this, like when I'm with my nieces and nephews that are young and just have a ton of energy and they take all your energy, it's the moms that I watch, the moms that have to, that have, you know, they're their mom. So the super fit, highly nutrient filled mothers out there, I'm like, they do this every day. So I don't have I'm an auntie right now. I'm praying for God to graduate me to be a mother one day. And I'm just like, if the fit moms do this all the time, I have zero excuse. I have zero excuse. So I'm literally like, you guys can tell my eyes, like I'm so tired, but I am, woo, like I'm going to pump myself up, like and beat my chest, like not really, but I'm going to do what I have to do. And I'm going to get this 40-minute workout in, period. And I drove 6 hours. So I drove 6 hours, got to my brother's house at 10, then played with them till about 11:30 at night. Then my niece was up super early, ready to go. You know, and I was tired because I had got up really early before I drove 6 hours. And you know, it's just, it's like these moments, you got to be thankful for them. You know, it's just a matter of pushing through the fatigue. And I'm not really big on pushing through fatigue. I'm definitely going to get my sleep in. I'm going to catch up with it when I go back home, but woo, because sleep is very important. Like I've never been anyone to encourage anyone like sleep is for suckers and sleep when you die, or what is it? There's another one. Basically just like hustle and like don't worry about sleep. But I think that no, sleep is super important. Your body needs the recovery. Woo. Yeah, it is starting to get dark outside. Okay, so how did you get monetized? How many views do you have? So I got monetized by hitting the 4,000 watch hours within the 365-day time period. It took me 5 years to do that. So what happened with me is I kept not hitting the 4,000 watch hours within the 365-day rolling. So sometimes bigger YouTubers will lightly say, some of them say it, like I'm not saying that they don't teach it correctly, but they don't emphasize it enough, in my opinion. People are like, okay, well, I'm just going to hit the 4,000 watch hours, you know, but you have to hit it within 365 days. So if you're about to hit 365 watch hours today, but then you're like last year during this time, 300 hours fall off of last year, then you still haven't hit it. So for example, to explain it a little bit better, it's November 13th. The hours that I gained on November 12th of 2023 fell off. So if I'm about to hit the 4,000 watch hours, but last year already fell off. So it's like I couldn't like get it within the 365 days. And finally, I just was like, you know what? I love being on YouTube. I haven't gotten burnt out from being on YouTube. I think I have over 500 videos posted, which is wild. I have over 500 videos posted of just, you know, very low edited videos of me talking about just life advice, life coaching advice, health, nutrition, wellness, God, random topics. And I have not gotten burnt out because I just love helping people in this arena, in the wellness arena. So I finally was just like, but if we're just being transparent, I'm on this platform and people are monetized. So I need to figure it out. Like, so I started going every day. Every day. I just got on, I either posted a video or I went live every single day and I got monetized. So if you're doing more of a low editing style, you're probably not going to get a ton of, like, unless you just have like this amazing earth-shattering message, which some people do. You'll see someone sitting in their car get 500K views because their message was just so moving. But unless you have something like that, you know, you're going to do a slow crawl. But I would rather do a slow crawl and not get burnt out from feeling the pressure of editing videos, you know, and I'd rather just talk. I can get on here for 25 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. Like, this is my passion. This is like, you guys know, people that have been with me for a while, when I start, like, if I get online at night, like 8:30 at night, and I'll be tired, like, hey guys, like, you know, it's been a long day. All of a sudden by 9:30, I've been on live for an hour. I'm jazzed up because I get fuel. Like, I get energy from this because I really do love what I'm doing. Okay. So that's how I did it. Everyone's going to have a different strategy, but this strategy is working for me. And I want to invest in a Canon just because I love photography and videography. But like, I just use my cell phone. I use my cell phone. So I have never gotten, like, people feel like they have to do a lot of investing up front into like camera gear and lighting and all that. You see how the sun is starting to hit me? I use the God-given sun as the lighting. I use the free internet, I pay for internet, but the unlimited internet is what I meant, from my cell phone plan. Okay, I go live. I try to be in a well-lit area to where I'm positioned to where, like, you guys can at least see me. And then I make sure my audio is good, right? That's why I think people do it in their cars, because this is almost like a, what is it called? You know, when people are, they're in the studio and they have to put like those foam things on the wall. I'm not like an artist or a singer or anything. Although I do want to make one song. I want to create one song and put it on SoundCloud just to say I did it. Like, it's like a bucket list thing. So one day. But like, you know, I've been in studios before where, you know, you see, what is it called? Someone help me out. But it's like foam on the wall and it does something to the sound. Oh yeah, just soundproof. Soundproof. It's kind of like the material. It's like, this is kind of like soundproof. So you guys can hear me really well, right? You don't really hear any cars driving by. You know, you don't hear sirens going off. You don't really hear people talking around me because I'm like almost like in a soundproof environment. So that's all you need. I got monetized from talking in my car for the last 5 years. I know, right? Like, that was such a struggle. I think it's just because I'm tired. That was such a struggle to like just say soundproof. But yeah, soundproof. All right, what else? Let's see. I do have a ring light because when, you know, at nighttime when it gets dark in my apartment, you know, you want to be able to be lit well. So yeah, I do have a ring light. There's ridiculously cheap ones. I have them on my Amazon store. I have them on my TikTok. You can get them from Walmart. You can go get them at Target. They're $10, $7, $8, depending on the level that you want. But you don't need anything crazy. Now, if you are trying to reach the masses very quickly, yeah, like you are going to have to do the bigger investment. I don't care to reach millions of people like today. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with my slow growth and my slow crawl to like impacting a bigger audience over time. Like I don't need to knock it out of the park today. Like I just don't. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's acoustic foam. Yes. So this is almost like a watered down acoustic environment that I'm in. So I think that's why people do it in their car. Some people, I'll see comments and people are so annoyed, like, why is everybody in their car all the time? But it's like, you get natural lighting, you get soundproof, you have peace and quiet, you can yell and project your voice really loud and you're not really bothering anybody. It's like kind of genius when you think about it. Thank you, Patrick, for saying that. Yep. Just watch some of my past videos and you will understand why my last name is Singh. Okay. What else? What else are you all chit-chatting about? Just reading. Yeah, this week is going to be busy because I'm trying to work and do, but this is the beauty of selling products online, like making money online. I'm remote technically, right? Like I'm an entrepreneur and I'm remote. Like I don't have to be stationed anywhere. I'm not bound by locality. I can be anywhere on the planet. So I love it. It fits my personality. I love that I can go and be with my brother and his children and just get some good auntie time in and not have to request off work. I remember those days where I had to request off work. And it was almost like, it was weird. It was almost like if you actually took your time off that you earned, it was like you got looked down upon. Has anyone ever gone through that? Like it was like, oh, like you're actually going to take like your PTO? Like, okay. Like, are you dying? Like those days are over and I will never go back. I don't care. I'm totally the type of person that would like, let me see. I just want to make sure I don't want my phone to die on you guys. Oh man, I'm just trying to get it to where I'm just using the battery for, okay, yeah. But has anyone ever gone through that where like you work for corporate and it's just like you literally get the evil eye if you are taking time off? And I remember feeling bad. I remember feeling anxiety. And then I was a district manager and I would still be getting hit up on vacation. So anyways, I just love that I can be with my brother on my own time, and then I might have to step away for a couple of hours and work, and then I can go right back to family time. This is my dream. This is what I wanted to be able to do my whole life, is just to be able to move how I want and help people. Like I've made it. Like I'm successful. And the monetary gains will come as they come, but like I am successful. I can be with my family and my close friends when I want. I can work out when I want. I can move the way I want, and I'm fed and I'm healthy. Like I'm good. Everything else is extra. Any other material gifts that God blesses me with is all extra. Right? So I think that's also what's helped me like not become like burnt out, is feeling like, oh my God, I gotta make, you know what is funny? I used to say this, and I was like, I'm thinking about it backwards. I used to say, because people would say, Ciana, you know, you give really good advice. Like, you should start a YouTube. And I always would be like, I know I've been wanting to start one, but I need to make money. I used to say, I need to get monetized on YouTube to go full time. So let me say this again. I used to say, I need to get monetized on YouTube so I can give advice full time. And then all of a sudden I just was like, it's backwards. Like I don't need YouTube money to be full time with my passion. So I just interweaved. So I went full time with my passion, and then now I'm monetized. Does that make sense? Like I went full time with my passion, and then I got monetized. And now don't get it twisted. I just got monetized 2 days ago. So I think I made like $6, $7, right? So, I'm still like, it's definitely not full-time income that I'm making from AdSense yet. But so what I did was I got up early, right? I got up early to get on live. When I was taking a break from work, I got on live. When I was like, right now, I habit stacked going on live with you guys while I'm about to go into the gym. Does that make sense? Like, I just was like, okay, I need to post consistently. I don't want the community, because how many of us end up finding someone online and then they post something and we're connected to it and we're like, oh, I really like to hear what they have to say again about this, and then they don't post for like another 9 days. It's like you kind of just forget about them. There's so many creators out there. Like, there's so much information that it's like, well, you weren't consistent, so I found another life coach online. You know what I mean? So I was like, I have to figure this out. So I just interweaved using the portal of YouTube to do my passion. And then I ended up getting monetized. So I went full time with my passion. Then I got monetized instead of saying, I can't do my passion until I'm monetized. So I hope that makes sense. It's kind of almost like when you see people on the street and they're singing for free and they're out there for hours and they're just banging the drums and they're singing for free. And then all of a sudden, 5 years later, you see that they're like touring the world and they have a record deal, right? It's like it's like they were just doing their passion. So they were already successful. Like, they're living their truth. Like, they were already feeling fulfilled. And we hear all the time, a lot of rich people don't feel fulfilled, right? So it's like you see people doing their passion, feeling fulfilled, and then like the fruits, like they reap the fruits of their labor later on because they put in the work. Like, they were tilling the ground. They were, like they were taking care of like their garden. Like, they were just putting in the work. So, that's not going to hit everybody's spirit, but that's what was the mindset shift for me. And then I was, here we go. Now I'm monetized on YouTube, but it's adding to my streams of income. It's not like I'm surviving off of AdSense because like I said, I just got monetized 2 days ago, right? So this is an extra treat on top of me already doing what I'm doing. So it's kind of interesting when you just kind of submit yourself, and all glory to God. Number one is all glory to God. I would not have been able to persevere and keep going after 5 years and not really seeing much traction if I did not have the power of God like moving me forward, period. So that's numero uno. Okay. So this is a channel where I definitely give all glory to God with my drive for fitness, my drive for nutrition, my drive for waking up every day. Like, it starts with God first. So if that doesn't resonate with anybody, then, I invite you to not be a part of my page, because every time I mention the good old God, there starts to be, God isn't real and da-da-da-da. And it's like, I don't, my calling isn't to convince anybody about God. Like, there's other people that are excellent orators and have the gift of being able to explain that. That's not my job in this season right now. So if you are not starting at I believe in God, then like this channel is not for you, because I definitely reference God a lot. Because that's how I've done it. Like that. So I can only talk about what's worked for me, right? So, just want to clear that up. Ooh, I gotta like chug this because I am. But I have about a couple more minutes. Definitely make sure to like the video. Let me know if you're vibing with me on what we're talking about here. It's like a virtual nod. It's the only way that I know, because I can't see your guys' beautiful faces. So you just have to use the virtual thumb. I think once I get walking on the treadmill, I'll get like a boost of energy, but I am definitely shutting down. Yep, Patrick. Yep. And thank you guys for the compliments. I have seen them. I appreciate all the compliments. So any other questions about health, fitness, mindfulness? The series of, I know this is kind of a you know, I like how there's no pressure. Like these lives kind of flow into whatever they flow into. But originally I definitely did start it to talk about the Being Brutally Honest with You series that we're in right now. So if anyone's wondering what that is, I did start a playlist, and it's the Being Brutally Honest with You series. Okay, so if you go to my playlist, you'll see it right here. Oh, this is the whole series right here. So this will be, so this was part, yeah, so this will be part 6. Okay, being brutally honest with you. So if you just need to go back and you just need to hear like just someone else going through this journey with you during the rest of the year, during the hardest time to not gain weight, then go back and just kind of like listen to it over and over if you have to. But I plan on being on live every day. That's my plan. I don't want to commit to it because I just can't guarantee it, but I plan on being on live every day and just having chit chats with you guys and touch bases. So if you want to be a part of that journey, tap in with us, go ahead and subscribe. And even if I'm tired, right? Even if I'm tired, even if I don't feel like it, even if I feel like I don't look cute, I'm still going to get on live, right? Unless I just literally physically can't for some reason, or my schedule just like wasn't able to fit it in. All right. You know what's funny? That people are still talking about, like, you know, did you vote for Trump? Did you vote for Kamala? At this point, I just want to make sure my friends and my family and my personal affairs are in order, right? Like I moved, like I thought we were all moved on from it. Now we just gotta make sure our investing accounts are on point, our health is on point, our nutrition is on point, our budget is on point. We're trying to get out of debt. We are making sure our environment is clean and organized. We're getting rid of clutter. Like let's move on. You know, we have a new president. Boom. Let's see what he's gonna do. Let's see if he does what he says what he claimed he was gonna do. And perfect. You know what I mean? Like let's just get it going. Like let's move past that. Like let's go. Like let's get on our, you know, let's look at our own policies around in our environment, right? Like let's look at our you know, I don't have really time to be worried about what like politics are doing when I want to make sure my mom is doing good financially, health-wise. I want to make sure my uncles and aunts are good. I want to make sure my nieces and nephews are good. I want to make sure my own health is good. Like let's like kind of worry about our own environment. And this is not personal toward you. I just happen to see your comment, but I've been getting it the last, you know, since our new president was announced. And I'm just like, we're still talking about like, if we're still talking about that, like we have a new president. Perfect. Like let's get it going, you know? Exactly, Lindsay. Too much energy is placed on what we can't control. That's a funny comment. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. Okay. I hope you guys oh, also too, if there's ever anything you guys want to talk about or any specific topics about health, fitness, mindfulness, wellness, go to my community tab and say, hey, Ciana, I have this idea. Would love to hear you talk about this. Or email me if there's ever something that you personally want me to answer. You can email me. And you know, if you don't want your comment to be public, email me at embodypursuit@gmail.com. So embody, EMBODY, pursuit, all one word, of course, embodypursuit@gmail.com. And just let me know if there's any topics or if you have a personal story. And sometimes I'll get stories and I'll get questions that are the same. And so then I'll do a video on it. All right. So I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. And I'm going to go ahead and get it in before I go to sleep. All right. So tap in with me later. Bye.